Turkey's President Erdogan meeting with Russia's Vladimir Putin, leading to some fear that the two countries may be getting together, a new alliance of sorts. Ambassador James Jeffrey is with us. Now, he's the former U.S. ambassador to Turkey. Mr. Ambassador, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me on.
This must be very worrying to diplomats. Turkey is a NATO member, Russia is our adversary, and the two appear to be getting together with some kind of friendship alliance. What do you make of it?
Well, Turkey and Russia have for a long time had an ambivalent love-hate relationship. Turkey is dependent upon Russia for 60% of its gas. Russia is responsible for Turkey's development of nuclear energy, and it goes on and on. So at times Turkey opposes Russia, for example in Syria with the Assad regime, and at times Turkey has been quite close to Russia within the context of being a NATO state.
But this is
that all changed.
This,
Go ahead.
This cannot be good news for America or Europe, can it?
That's a really good question, and you're right. It's not good news. I'm just trying to put it in context. Sure. It's not something totally new. Some of this is a recovery of the very chilled relations after the Turks shot down the Russian airplane in southern Turkey flying out of Syria. So some of that is recovery, but it is also has to be seen as a reaction to the coup attempt in Turkey. Not only Erdogan, the president, who has many traits that people don't like, but most Turks believe that this was sponsored by the Fethullah Gulen Islamic organization, which is headquartered in the United States. They think the United States was not sympathetic to the uprising against the coup that the Turkish people under Erdogan did. And they're very troubled by this. Putin, on the other hand, embraced Erdogan immediately after the coup. So that's part of the reason that Erdogan finds himself talking better relations with Putin.
So here you have Turkey, which has 3 million migrants within its borders. They're threatening to unleash those migrants, send them to Europe to overwhelm the Europeans, and that would presumably be in Russia's interest too. They'd like to poke Europe, and that's how they could do it. That's a very dangerous situation, surely.
Exactly, and the Europeans signed an agreement with Turkey that suddenly cut that terrible existential flow. Good news. Then the Europeans typically added human rights conditions that President Erdogan found objectionable, so he's threatening to cancel that. That would be playing into Putin's hands again. The ultimate reason for these refugees is, of course, Russia's behavior in Syria, which the Turks still oppose. That's important. That was not fixed at this meeting.
Just seems like things are going downhill all over the place. Mr. Ambassador, thank you very much for joining us.